You know, in our world, speed is everything. We're always being pushed to act faster, respond right away, and make decisions in a split second. But what if the real secret to getting better, more powerful results isn't about speeding up at all? What if it's about knowing when to be still? Let's dive into this idea of mental timing and see how it can literally change the way you lead.
So much of corporate culture feels like a nonstop race, doesn't it? There's this huge pressure to be reactive, to always be on. But this obsession with speed, it has hidden costs. We're talking costly mistakes, burnout, and a culture that just feels unstable. It's like a tyranny of urgency, and we need to find a way to break free. Just think about it for a minute. Is your day just jumping from one fire to the next? Making quick calls just to feel like you're keeping your head above water? Yeah, all that motion feels productive for sure, but is it actually effective? Okay, this slide really lays it all out. You can see the contrast, right? Acting fast, that's usually just a reaction to outside pressure. It creates chaos, instability, and mistakes. But acting wise, that's about aligning with your actual purpose. And that's what builds real momentum and gives you clarity. It's a totally different game.
So, what's the antidote to this whole reactive mess? Well, it's something incredibly simple, but also incredibly powerful: the pause. This is the heart of what we're talking about with still decision-making. And honestly, it's like a forgotten superpower for anyone in a leadership role today.
So what is mental timing really? Look, it's not just about slowing down for the sake of it. No, it's an active discipline. It's the skill of knowing the exact right moment to make your move by syncing up what you see, what your brain is telling you, and the action you need to take.
I love this way of putting it. It's not about being static, it's about finding the right rhythm. This invisible rhythm, that's the magic ingredient that separates a pretty good decision from a truly great one.
All right, so the concept makes sense, but why does it actually matter in the real world? Let's get into the tangible benefits of this whole approach, because it can seriously transform not just you, but your entire organization.
So what do you get out of it? Well, there are 4 huge advantages. First, it helps you separate the signal from all the noise out there, letting the smart planning part of your brain take over. Second, it protects you from decision fatigue, which is a very real thing. Third, it sharpens your strategic vision so you can actually see the forest for the trees. And finally, it creates this incredible stability and confidence across your whole team.
The first big win here is all about alignment. When you pause, you're giving yourself the space to make sure your choice is actually connected to the big picture, your mission, your long-term goals, and not just some knee-jerk reaction to whatever crisis popped up 5 minutes ago.
And of course, that leads directly to this: being way more efficient. When you cut down on impulsive mistakes, you stop wasting time, money, and energy cleaning up messes. This doesn't slow things down. It actually makes you stronger and better at executing when you do decide to act.
Now this might just be the most powerful benefit of them all. When a leader acts with a calm, intentional sense of timing, it creates a feeling of psychological safety. Your team stops being so reactive and starts working together with confidence because they know you've got a steady hand on the wheel.
Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? Let's get super practical now and break down a toolkit you can start using like today.
The framework is pretty straightforward, just 5 clear steps. You start with bigger things, like redesigning how decisions get made and blocking out time for focused work. Then you get a specific rule for when to act, and it's all held up by daily habits, like reflection and just training yourself to be present. Let's dig into that rule, because it's a game changer.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you're supposed to pause, how do you know when the pause is over and it's time to go? Well, luckily, there's a brilliantly simple tool for exactly that.
This right here is the 3-signal rule. It's going to be your new best friend. You only pull the trigger when all 3 of these signals line up. First, are you calm? You're not acting out of anger or fear. Second, is the situation actually clear? Do you get what's going on? And third, do you have enough data? If even one of those is a no, you wait. It's an incredibly powerful shield against pressure.
So mastering this for yourself is huge, but the real magic, the real power happens when this becomes part of your team's DNA. Let's look at how you can scale this up from a personal habit into a real organizational strength. You can actually weave this into the fabric of your company with some simple but really effective habits. I mean, imagine starting every big meeting with just 90 seconds of silence to let everyone get centered. Or think about changing your metrics to reward the quality of a decision, not just how fast it was made. You could even get teams to journal about their decisions to help them learn and get better over time.
Because at the end of the day, the goal is to turn timing from just an individual skill into a strategic advantage that everyone shares. To build a culture where clarity is way more valuable than just being busy.
Just remember this is not about being slow. It's about having intentional velocity. It's about making sure that when you finally do move, you move with purpose, with direction, and with maximum impact.
So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. What's one decision this week, could be big or small, that you're going to consciously hit the pause button on? Go ahead and try it. By practicing this little art of stillness, you might just find it's the most powerful move you make all week.